Hey everybody, it's the Doctor here with Typical Manga Fan, and this episode of the Typical Manga Review is going to be about Bleach 646, The Second Eye. And we open with Shinji Hirako pretty much saying, "Screw Kirako, let's keep going." And I do like the Naozo record here. That's right, we gotta all go to support him, and wait, what? Wait, hang on, what?
You know, it's kind of it's interesting how they have two of the most useless characters together, but useless in different ways. You got Shinji, who has the greatest potential to be great, a big factor in the series, but he for some reason never uses any of his abilities correctly. And then we have Hinamori, who actually is just an idiot, and just doesn't know what the hell she's doing.
She looks like a little kid here.
I know, it's kind of weird. Her hairstyle is just so. It makes it look like some other characters that I can think of.
Like Ichigo's younger sister?
There was another girl who was introduced way early in the Quincy arc with the guy, the two characters, like the boy and the girl Shinigami. Mm-hmm. She kind of looks like the girl for some reason.
I remember those two guys.
Yeah, exactly. Why were they introduced? Like, what are they doing now?
I don't know.
But I know I can remember a few differences, but generally speaking, she kind of reminds me of her. But yeah. Way to make your female characters look like each other, Kubo.
Yep. Heck, the next page even highlights it with. Actually, she almost looks like Kanataro.
Oh yeah.
But as far as looking like you said, next page you have like Rukia and Momo like side by side.
Yeah, that's weird. Wait, it is weird. It's so.
I mean, the forelock is really the only way you can tell.
Yeah.
Anyway, like I said, even though Momo's objecting, now it's pretty much saying, like, she'll go back alone and she'll keep an eye on things. Everyone else should go on ahead. And Shinji points out that that's pretty much what Ukitake and Yamamoto would want them to do, would say in that situation.
Yeah, well, we know Ukitake is not dead because he hasn't unleashed his Banka yet. We know those are the rules.
Which will come into play later.
Yeah, then he can die.
Yeah.
And then, they hype up the fact that he's Captain Commander and he's blah 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 blah, Yep. But let me ask you something. So we get this whole, obviously Kiriko is very powerful and shit, right? Yep. But they've already stated that the Royal Guard is more powerful than the Gote 13 combined. Power levels are bullshit, especially in this arc.
Yep. Meanwhile,
don't say shit like that if you don't mean it.
Meanwhile, we see Kiriko managed to damage Lily's gun. Is it Lil or Lily? Doesn't really matter, I guess.
Lil, I think.
Yeah.
It's like a French word, I think.
Yeah. So. Kiriko wanted to get the entire arm, but he was just a bit too merciful when push came to shove.
What the frick? How are you too merciful? Whatever.
Yeah, of course, the problem here is that the guy creates his weapon through his spirit power. That his gun is basically his Quincy bow.
Awesome, so that did no damage whatsoever.
Nope. Of course.
Can they just at least do a little bit of damage to each other? Like, actually come out having a scar, rather than just being like, for like 90% of the fight, they had 100% health, and then one guy does like a move that just finishes him, it's a one-hit kill, so it goes from 100% health to 0 in 1 second.
Yep. And Kirako tries another back attack with the same success we've had so far.
Damn it! Stop it! Stop it, Kuma! They never work! It never works! It's been like 10 times already!
Of course, he goes from there to Shadow Clones. Now we're ripping off Naruto.
Yeah, well, he's been using Shadow before.
Yeah, this one gets him to attack, but this time Lil leases another move here where he opens his eye to survive the attack. Apparently, we used to rip off Naruto. Now we're ripping off Toby.
Oh yeah, it's kind of like holy shit, you're right. It's passing through the body. Wow, Kubo. Wow.
Yep. And apparently, if he ever opens his eyes 3 times in one battle, he's allowed to keep them open and use his full strength.
Yeah. So apparently he was the last Quincy created. And he's called his Majesty's greatest creation, which I think is bullshit because Hashwald and Uryu.
He's the one saying it.
Yeah, I know, but that's what I'm saying. It's bullshit. Mm-hmm. He's speaking bullshit. Because we all know Hashwald and Uryu are right there. So.
Yeah, he seems to take personal offense to that. To the fact he had to open his eye 3 times in one battle. So at this point, he releases his Volstandig. I probably mispronounced that, but whatever. Zariel, which honestly looks like one of the phases of Dot Hack.
Oh, you're right. I know, right? That's great. I mean, it looks like maybe like Magus, but like upright.
Yeah, there you go, because he got the wings.
Yeah.
And then Kiraka's pretty much like rendered immobile. All of a sudden, he gets blasted by what looks like beams from the holes in the wings. And that's where we end. So, at this point, Lilibaro has unleashed his Bankai, so he is now officially a dead man walking.
Yeah. Yeah. But here's the thing, though. Yeah, the great dot hack reference. The thing about what I kind of been a little annoyed about the way people talk about their powers is kind of a little stupid. Where for example, Kira, is you know Kira, right? The weight guy.
Izuru, yeah.
Yeah, he talks about how he looks like he looks at his sword and he looks very sad about it. He's like it makes you bow and stuff like that. It looks like it's like yeah, he's talking about how like you have to bow your head and he always talks about it with sadness. Like and he gets reminded of Gin and all that shit. When Shuhei talked about his sword, he's like, "Don't you think it looks like it's something to kill?" Like they're talking about being so powerful that they're sad about it. And I'm a little annoyed by that. And the same thing with this guy. He's not really sad, but he's like letting my power out. It should never happen because I can't control it or whatever.
Well, in this case, I think it's more like a matter of personal offense. Like he's saying, like first this creation of their gods to have this happen 3 times, it's unforgivable.
Yeah. What I'm saying is, it's a sign of arrogance. And I get that the whole villain arrogant thing is a common theme, but I'm a little tired of them monologuing about it. You know, like how like like Byakuya is a perfect example, but he was kind of the first, so I kind of let it go. But he's like, you are the first to see you're the second ever to be killed by my Bankai. Think of it as an honor. I'm like, dude, shut up. You know, that type of thing. So he sees like so it's like I'm using my third eye. This should never happen because they're assuming that once they use it, it's an automatic win, no trouble, and that they've been trying to hold back to give their opponent a chance, and it's very condescending. And that's what I wanted to say. Yeah. Is that it feels like they're condescending because they're trying to hold themselves back. And then, well,
in this case, I kind of got the impression that he's actually ordered to only do it in certain situations.
Well, then
like,
someone else.
Yuak like gave him
then it's someone else holding him back, kind of like Aizen saying you're not allowed to go Resurrection of your 4 and up in the Espadas. You know, that type of thing where they hype up their own power by talking about how many limits they put on it's placed on it. Not necessarily by themselves, but at least by something. That they're like, oh, I'm so powerful, I have to put my own limits. They did that with Kenpachi, they did that with Byakuya, and I get that it's a common thing, and I get that it's okay to use it, but I'm a little tired that Kubo does it with every single villain. I don't think there's even an exception. It's everyone. Everyone talks about how sad they are, about how powerful they're, about how sad they are, about how strong they are. Kind of repetitive, but whatever.
Yeah.
But
sorry if I'm not talking right now. I'm hearing my dog barking. It sounded like gotta go check him after we're done here.
Yeah. So it's just I'm a little tired of it.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure Hashwald will talk about how powerful he is and how sad he is that he's so powerful that he can't talk to he can't associate with the lower people. I don't know, like he has no friends. I'm so powerful because I have no friends. I'm sure he'll say something bullshit like that. Everyone's like, I'm so powerful I can't do this, I'm so powerful I can't do that. Dude, shut up. We know you're powerful. You're like level you're like letter B, okay? Just fight, damn it.
Well, he's letter X, so he's like the bottom of the alphabet, but even so, he's a letter.
I was using Hash one example.
Oh, Haswad, okay. I lost track of it there.
Yeah.
But
anyway, so
yeah, like at this point, like I said, it's just the standard battle back and forth. Like I said, he unleashes Bankai first. We'll have to see how that goes, and then we'll probably see. Do you think we'll see Kyoraku's Bankai as part of this, or?
Yeah. Look, at this point, Kubo's just trying to get everything out of the way before the Ichigo fight.
And plus, we have to have a reason for it to fail when he fights Yuak, if he does.
Yeah, you have to have a reason, because Yuak already saw it, and
Yeah, or at least, or story-wise, like his style-wise, he already used it once.
Yeah, story-wise, but. So here's the thing that a lot of people are again complaining about in the comment section, where they're like, they're sick and tired of how the back and forth keeps going, like how Kyoraku's got X guy on Lil on the ropes, and then Lil suddenly changes it back in his favor, but so quickly, and people they're saying like they're tired of it and all that, and all the Bleach fans are like, well, it's
So you're saying switch it up a bit?
Okay, so I'll say it again. I just wish that Kubo would switch things up a bit in terms of the way the back and forth types of tempos are going. I just wish that somebody actually gets hurt before the last attack.
Yeah.
I just wish that they exchanged blows that actually meant something, and you could see them slowly getting weaker and weaker as the fight progresses.
Yeah, whereas this is just like one big hit after one big hit.
Yeah, that's how a real fight. That's how a real fight is. Like you don't do a knockout punch in the first second. You fight them. You wear them down. I mean, this is something that every manga does except for except for Bleach and Yu-Gi-Oh. And that's
Yep.
Yu-Gi-Oh is it's a card game, so you have to do that. You have to take turns.
Yeah, pretty much like trap card after trap card after trap card.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. Like he's trying to play it like a card game, but it's not a card game. So it just seems so stupid, and I don't understand why. I get that a lot of people see this, and I'm glad that a lot of people are talking about it. But I mean, I don't understand why Bleach fans defend it, because it can work occasionally. It works occasionally, but when you do it every fight, especially with a big fight like this, it's just a little bit tiring. It's like saying, like for example, Kiryu got shot like 3 times, right, or 10 times. I tell you, he's not gonna even get hurt. He's gonna be like completely 100% free. It's all a shadow. It's not real. Whatever.
Yep.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. Like I said, it's all pretty just standardized battling at this point. I was hoping for a little bit more on here, but I guess we'll see how Kiraka's next game turns out.
Yep.
Meantime, that's been a review of Bleach. Was there anything else actually before we wrap up?
No, that's about it.
Okay, that's been a review of Bleach 646, The Second Eye. This has been the Doctor and Typical Manga Fan. I said this week we got a big week of episodes here, along with Bleach. There's One Piece, Inside Mari, and Attack on Titan. So stay tuned for all those. Good rest of your night. Go ahead and take us away.